Extreme heat doesn't just make you sweat. In certain situations, too much heat and dehydration can put real stress on your kidneys. Your kidneys help regulate water and minerals in your body. When you're losing a lot of fluid through sweat and aren't replacing enough, your kidneys may have a harder time maintaining that balance. And some warning signs can be surprisingly easy to mistake for ordinary dehydration. So what are the 7 warning signs you should never ignore during extreme heat? One warning sign during extreme heat is producing much less urine than usual. As your body loses water through sweating, your kidneys may conserve more water. This is one way your body tries to protect its remaining fluid. Your urine may also become more concentrated and darker when you're dehydrated. But very low urine output can have causes beyond dehydration. If you're barely urinating, especially while feeling very unwell, it's important not to simply ignore it. And if the heat continues, your body may send another warning before you realize how dehydrated you are. Extreme thirst can be one of the first signals that your body is losing more fluid than it's replacing. During intense heat, heavy sweating can rapidly increase that fluid loss. As your body loses water, your mouth may become dry because saliva production can decrease. Thirst and dry mouth usually mean your body needs more fluid, but extreme or persistent symptoms, especially with weakness, dizziness, confusion, or very little urine, can signal a more serious problem. But here's where heat can become especially dangerous. Your kidneys may struggle when dehydration becomes severe enough to reduce blood flow. As dehydration becomes more severe, your blood volume can fall. That may make you feel weak, dizzy, or unusually lightheaded. Your kidneys depend on adequate blood flow to filter blood. When circulation drops significantly, kidney filtration can be affected. If dizziness or weakness becomes severe, especially with confusion, fainting, vomiting, or very little urine, heat illness can become an emergency. And there's another warning sign that can tell you your body is struggling to cool itself. Your skin and sweating pattern can suddenly change. Sweating is one of your body's main ways of getting rid of heat. But during dangerous heat exposure, your sweating pattern can change as your body becomes severely dehydrated. If someone becomes extremely hot and stops sweating normally, especially with hot skin, confusion, or altered consciousness, that can be a medical emergency. Important distinction: simply sweating heavily during exercise or hot weather isn't automatically dangerous. The concern is severe heat exposure combined with worsening symptoms. But heat doesn't only affect how much you sweat. It can also disturb the balance of minerals your muscles and kidneys depend on. Heavy sweating doesn't only make you lose water. You can also lose electrolytes such as sodium and chloride, which help your nerves and muscles work properly. When fluid and electrolyte losses become significant, some people may develop muscle cramps, weakness, or unusual fatigue. And your kidneys are part of the system that helps regulate these minerals and fluid levels. Severe dehydration can make that balance harder to maintain. But there's another sign that can become much more serious: changes in how you think, speak, or stay alert during extreme heat. Confusion, unusual drowsiness, or difficulty staying alert during extreme heat are not symptoms to simply brush off. They can be signs of serious heat illness. Severe heat illness can affect the brain directly, while dehydration and reduced circulation can make the situation worse. If someone becomes confused, difficult to wake, faints, has a seizure, or has a very high body temperature after heat exposure, seek emergency medical help immediately. And the final warning sign brings us back to the kidneys themselves, because sometimes the biggest clue is a sudden change in how much urine you're producing. The final warning sign is a major drop in urine output. During severe dehydration, your body tries to conserve every bit of available water, so the kidneys may produce much less urine. A small drop in urine after sweating isn't necessarily dangerous. The concern is when urine output becomes extremely low or stops, especially when other severe symptoms are present. If you're producing almost no urine, especially with severe weakness, confusion, fainting, persistent vomiting, or extreme heat exposure, seek urgent medical care. And remember, extreme heat doesn't automatically mean your kidneys are being damaged. The danger comes when heat exposure leads to significant dehydration or heat illness. So, the warning signs we've covered include unusually low urine, extreme thirst, dizziness or weakness, abnormal sweating, muscle cramps, confusion, and a major drop in urine output. During extreme heat, take regular breaks in a cool place. Drink fluids according to your needs, and avoid prolonged strenuous activity in the hottest part of the day. And if extreme heat is followed by confusion, fainting, seizures, difficulty staying awake, or a very high body temperature, treat it as an emergency and seek medical help immediately. If you want simple, evidence-aware information about protecting your kidneys and understanding your body, subscribe to VitalBites. And remember, when extreme heat hits, protecting your hydration can also mean protecting your kidneys. This video is for educational purposes only and is not intended to diagnose, treat, or prevent any medical condition. If you have concerns about dehydration, heat illness, or kidney health, speak with a qualified healthcare professional.